One of the most important parts of the application is the Supplemental Questionnaire, which I'll refer to as the SQ. The SQ is used to evaluate your application and determine if you meet the job requirements. It is also your opportunity to communicate your level of responsibility and the complexity of your duties. The SQ will ask you several questions to determine if you meet or even exceed each job requirement. Your responses are used to rank your application against other candidates, so be sure to answer all of the questions. If you do not provide information on the questionnaire, you will not be given credit for the experience. The evaluator cannot assume anything. Here are some things you should do when filling out your SQ. Make sure you answer each question by describing your experience and/or training. Giving examples is a great way to give a clear picture of your experience. If you indicate that you were involved in the budget process, that is not descriptive enough. Tell us what your specific job duties were and what you did to achieve results. Make sure the work experience you reference in the SQ is also represented in the Work History tab of the application. Think carefully about everything you have done in your past that might apply, and explain what you were responsible for. List your employment dates and the hours you worked at each job. You need to be clear on how long you were employed. Partial credit is given for part-time employment. Be specific on hours worked when listing part-time employment. Use good writing skills. Written communication skills are important, especially for clerical jobs. Poor grammar, misspellings, or typographical errors can lead to a poor evaluation of your responses. Make sure to use spell check. If a job requirement includes the words, which includes, be sure to address how you have experience in each area that follows as it relates to the subject of the job requirement. For example, if the job requirement was experience in conducting investigations, which includes conducting interviews to obtain confidential information, gathering evidence, and documenting findings, you must address your experience in conducting investigations, which includes your experience conducting interviews to obtain confidential information, your experience in gathering evidence, and your experience in documenting findings. If the job requirements include the words such as, the words that follow are examples. It does not mean you have to do those specifically, but spell out what you do that is similar as it relates to the subject of the job requirements. For example, experience in security such as providing protective services to persons, facilities, or grounds from trespassing, theft, and other conditions. For this question, you would give examples of your experience in security. So remember, answer in detail with examples, do not write "see resume," and don't forget to spell check. So we hope these tips help. And don't forget to check the Job Seeker Resources link to find contact information for our career counselors should you need any additional help. And remember, opportunity is just a click away.